On Monday here again, continuing the theme of movies suitable for Halloween, movies that put a little bit of scare into your life. Today I'm going to review a movie I checked out on Netflix yet again, a movie called Asylum. This movie focuses on 6 college students who move into their new dorm rooms at the beginning of a new semester, and it turns out that these dorms and this whole dorm building, this is a new dorm building that actually used to be an insane asylum in the 1930s and 40s. It's said that this building is haunted. But they move into it anyways, but then shit goes down. Don't really want to give anything away, so I'll just talk about a few different things in this movie. We've got 6 pretty typical characters. There's the main character, who you may remember from Disturbia. She plays Shia LaBeouf's kind of counterpart in that movie. I don't remember her name. I don't know any of these actors or actresses' names because, quite frankly, they're all no-names and no one really cares about them. She's the only person that you may recognize. She plays the main character, who is this innocent, timid girl, but at the same time she has her problems, just like every other main character in every movie ever. She's got these secret little problems of home problems or whatever. Then we've got the douchebag. We've got the bad boy type that the main character is interested in. We've got the younger kid who's timid and shy and kind of nerdy. We have the girl who is a badass and a bitch, but she's cool with the whole group. And then there's just the one girl who's just kind of there to be 3 and 3 guys and girls. A little bit of backstory on the main character. When she was 8 and her brother was 9, they saw her dad, or their dad, kill himself because he was hearing voices and he just had a lot of psychological issues. He was hearing voices and seeing things. So finally he just shot himself and they saw it happen. And then her brother killed himself the year before this movie takes place. It's several years later, of course. She was 8 or 9 at the beginning of the movie, and then she's of course in college now, so maybe 10 years later, and her brother killed himself a year before that because he had the same problems as their dad. Now what I liked about this movie is usually with movies associated with colleges and college students, there's a party going on for like the first half hour. There's just like dance music and there's guys and girls just partying it up, and then a couple people go away from the party and that's when shit starts going down. But stuff gets pretty crazy early on in this movie. The main character, she has this necklace that used to be her brother's that her mom gave her. She puts it on, and then it starts choking her out of nowhere. And it's like, what the fuck? So then she also sees her brother shoot himself, which is kind of odd. She's seeing all these things. She's imagining it because she might be insane just like her brother and her dad. So as the movie goes on a little bit further, oh my god. So as the movie goes on a little bit further, the main characters find out that their dorms actually were an insane asylum, and a crazy doctor used to perform lobotomies on people there and just do other really weird torturous things, like he would try and cure them by sticking these 2 long needles into the eyes of his patients and try and fix them. What he was trying to fix, I don't really know, just to kind of mess up with stuff in the frontal lobe. I won't really get into that because this isn't fucking psychology class, this is a movie review. There actually really is quite a bit of graphic stuff in this movie. If you're an avid horror film watcher, this won't be really too much different from the stuff you're familiar with. But if you don't really watch a whole lot of horror movies, or if you watch a decent amount but you're just used to watching just the basic horror movies that have been coming out in theaters the past few years, this will kind of be a bit more for you. It's kind of creepy because the guy who plays the doctor, he's kind of a bit of a weirdo, and he's just scary looking. It's not overly scary. There aren't really a lot of startling parts, but there are a lot of suspense parts. One part that I know you guys will like, the main character, again, whatever the actress's name is, I think this was just their one sneaky way of putting nudity into the movie. She keeps seeing things, and at one point she's in the shower, and the shower starts filling up. It's like a stand-in shower, not even a tub, and it starts overflowing, like it starts backing up, and she starts drowning, and it just shows her swimming around naked in it. So I guess that was just their very sneaky way of throwing nudity in, and I know you guys will like that scene. Maybe some of you girls. I'm not here to judge. This movie's alright. Check it out if you have Netflix, because what have you got to lose? You're already paying for Netflix. You may as well just spend an hour and a half to watch this film. It's okay. I will give it a 6 out of 10 because it's actually not too bad. It's not too cliche, but some parts are. Some of the acting's kind of shitty here and there. Overall, not too bad. I recommend checking it out this Halloween. Give yourself a bit of chills and scares, and see you next week.